we're here at the East Gippsland Football Grand Final, Bairnsdale City Oval, and what a great day it is.
Hadsy, the ground is looking in great condition, the sun's out, and it's a huge crowd in here today. We've just had the reserves. Wyong's taken the chocolates in that game, 46 to 24. It was a good contest for the majority part of it, but I think as the Wyong boys come out, I think the Wyong boys are just a little bit too strong.
Yeah, as it showed, the Wyong in the thirds and the reserves have been a little bit too strong, and as the big boys have just entered the ground strutting their stuff, I see Stradia just run through the banner as well. We'll see if Wyong can make it a three-peat. What do you think, Belf?
Yeah, cracking day for football over here, but I can't see Wyong dropping this one, personally, but you know, anything can happen in the grand final.
One thing I will say, coming to the ground today, out at Delmahoy Street, the cars are everywhere. Sale yards is full. It's one of the biggest crowds, I reckon, in years, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I reckon, Hadsy. I think everyone was keen, obviously, after missing out on a couple of years, that they've made sure they come along, which is awesome to see. You know, they're not just not sitting at home watching our live stream and hearing some quality commentating.
Exactly, and as we're standing, the big fella, David Brakey, has just walked past with the board, getting ready for his mission on the bench there with Dougie Vickers for the Wyong Tigers.
Yeah, Paul West needs to relax. He looks a bit serious, that bloke. Nah, good to see the umpires are keen. We got Daniel Lancaster, Tracy West, and David Parkle doing the central, and a couple of decent young blokes on the boundary.
So the mouth of the south, David Parkle, officiating in a East Gippy Grand Final. I reckon that'd be a few, wouldn't it, Reese?
That'll be a couple, but I think out of the umpires, Trace's, this is her first grand final, and it's a first for the East Gippsland with a female getting the start in the grand final. So kudos to Trace, and she gets the pleasure of the first ball up in the centre too. So she's going to be straight in the action.
No resting, straight into it. First bounce in the East Gippy Grand Final, Stradia and Wyong.
Surely the pick of the umpires is the reserve like Dean Tron.
Now we must touch on the teams. Obviously, you know, Wyong has been the side to beat all year. They've been up and about. Got pipped by 2 points in the first final. So you know it's going to be huge, I reckon, down here today. I think Wyong's made a couple changes, which you know, they probably had to, and their hand was forced. Stratty look like they've come in pretty much unchanged. You got the big fella Lincoln Toner, the league best and fairest, so it'll be interesting to see how that matchup goes, because Ball reports he had a good second quarter in the first final.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to watch that matchup. Up against young Liam Rooney, which done an outstanding job last week, up against big Kevin Bongers from Lindenow and Andrew Sandy, and I reckon he held his own. I thought that may have been a matchup, a little bit of a weakness for Wyong, but it wasn't. So young Liam Rooney, it'll be interesting to see how he goes up against the league best and fairest. And as we are here talking, we've got two of the brains trust of Wyong pointing at us. One, Mark Ashwood, and Taz Brakey.
Yeah, and them changes from Wyong, obviously young Alex Alex got knocked out in the second semi. He comes back in, and Nate Summerall went back and played with his mates in the thirds this morning. And Jack Vickers comes in for an unlucky Tom Betts, and but you know, these wide open spaces at Bairnsdale, I reckon, suit Jack Vickers with his field kicker today. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes after a month off with the calf.
And donning on the long sleeves. Pretty warm out there.
Yeah, it's I think that's a day-to-day thing for Jack. I think all through his career he's rolled the long sleeves.
Wouldn't be putting it on if Alex de Clarkson was coach. I'll give you the right tip.
Now, an interesting matchup for me is who takes Big Brad Daniel. Like he's been in awesome form this year, and he's a pretty big unit. Who are we thinking gets that matchup from Stratty? Is it Bickery? Cunningham? What are you thinking?
It's hard to tell. Maybe the old Wiley Bickery might have first crack on him, or maybe even Broadbent.
Yeah, I think if he goes deep, Broadbent's got to go to him. Like, he's their best defender, isn't he? He's a Wyong's best forward, Australia's best defender, surely.
As we see the teams just lining up here for the anthem. Good to see umpires, got all the netballers as well, everyone lining up.
Make sure if you are tuning in to watch the stream, give us a comment on the post and just let us know where you're watching from.
Here's the boys going. Let us know how we're going.
Changed the teams which I managed to do. And I'll be deciding to this card.
Just while we're waiting for get going with the national anthem, what do you reckon, Reece? Where's it going to be won? Middle? Or do you reckon the forward? You reckon the Wyong forwards can get hold of the Stratty backs?
I think it's going to be through the centre line, right through on the wing. So I think it's going to be an interesting matchup with. Now, definitely, you know, through the centre line, I think Lukey Elliott and Nick Ward are super dangerous, and maybe young Tommy Stevenson through the centre for Wyong. But, you know, you got Skidsy and Alex Morecom and Frenchie, who's just an experienced campaigner. I think whoever's going to get, you know, that first inside 50, we're going to see real quick how they're going to set up, and that's going to be pivotal for the rest of the day, I think.
Yeah, French is one of them guys that's underrated, I think. Plays half forward, goes on the ball. Been playing at Stratty for over 10 years, but just seen a lot of teams don't pay him the respect that I think that he deserves, and gets off the chain a bit.
Yeah, I reckon if Wyong can get it, you know, centre forward, and Stratty can't have the marks in the defensive 50. I think the Wyong forwards, small forwards, will go to work a bit today. Like you got Aaron Hanuana. Sorry, mate. Luke Elliott, Zach Callow, like Baden goes through that forward 50. I think they'll be dangerous if the ball gets to ground.
Yeah, that's one hard nut you talk about in the middle of the ground. There's one bloke, you look at both sides and you think of who out there is going to leave nothing on the table, and you look at number 26, B. Ashwood, will be in the centre, and he'll have a red-hot crack today, and you know if there's going to be someone on the bottom of the pack all day, it'll be him.
Yeah, definitely fairy tale story for him. Obviously, he was a premiership player, and then he defected over Lindner. He's made his way back to Tigerland and finds himself in another grand final. So, you know, I think he's probably still one of the most dangerous players out on the field, and obviously can influence the game pretty quickly. Yeah, we've just got the Wyong boys hitting the bench now, and who we got there? We've got young Hodge and Mikey Young.
That's very interesting. Brody Anderson starting on the bench, and we have got the big Douglas because he's walking off, having a bit of a chat and a bit of a point. He's getting ready for the game.
He's having a bit of Dougie time.
Little bit of Dougie time.
Don't worry about what we're doing, Doug.
But do you find that a little bit strange, boys? Brody Anderson starting on the bench.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he's kicked 30 plus goals this year, hasn't he? So he's been serviceable, I would have thought. But touching on Babe naturally again, I had a quick word to Jack Bacon after the second semi, and he was really impressed with Baden's attack and tenacity of the ball. He said he's one tough cookie.
Now, as the Stratty boys move out into their positions, we've got Bakes heading forward and Ducker, HO5. So definitely a dangerous forward line for Stratty, especially if they get their confidence up.
Exactly. And you have a look at the wings. Wyong, Nick Ward, very smart. Wyong obviously going to the Bairnsdale City end. He's starting on the other side, left footer. You'll watch him in coming behind. And sort of be able to play that sweeping role for the midfielders if the ball comes out that way. Very smart footballer.
Now Dave seems to have taken over. He's pushed Trace out, so we're going to have to get into him.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Give someone else a go, Parker.
And Rooney gets the first tap over the league best and fairest. Fantastic start to the Tigers.
Jack's got himself into the game early.
Jack Vickers hard up over the ball. Gets the first kick inside 50. No, not quite. Out there, Stratty to fan. There he is, the bloke with the long locks, Bacon. Be interested to see what he does today. He is a live wire.
Yeah, I reckon if Jack can get himself in a bit of space, though, he'll be damaging with his boom and kick and pace. But Long will have to lock down pretty hard on him, I reckon.
Another throw up on the far wing. Good tap. Looks like it's going to be a hot contest, boys.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very hot for the next 5 or so minutes. That's what you want. Grand final day.
Interesting to see who's going to make the first bold switch. Try and get it out the other side and get a bit of speed on the ball and get some meters gain. Ooh, big bump.
The big hawk.
Great tackle.
Willie Webb from Stratty. Gets the turnover.
Nice tackle by Joe Sungle. Close the space well. There you go, Sonny.
No free kick for that?
Yeah, you're right about that switcher play. I reckon if, especially blokes like Jack Vickers and that for wides, if they can use their field kicking to open up the space laterally, I think they'll open straight up a little bit.
Now, interesting couple matchups right from the start. Urfurf looked to have about 10 metres on Job then, which, you know, the word is, I don't think H was that quick, but he's pretty quick over the first 5-10, so.
Very quick and very athletic. There he is, the big fella. The centre forward, big hawk, spins around, bang, perfect. There he is, leads out, takes it. It's going to go back and have a shot.
And that was a nice kick from the big hawk. Lowered the eyes and just let H run onto that.
Tell you what, they talk about football's used to playing the twos and that and step it up. And Hawkins, how has he turned his football around the last couple of years? As Urford comes in, lets it go, bang, first one for the day. Stratty are on the board. There we go. That's the first one for the East Gippy Grand Final in the seniors.
And H is going to kick them all day long if he gets them. Now, we must make mention to our new commentators for some bushes, and we've got Haddo and Lukey Belfridge in the house tonight. So thank you guys for giving Cookie the chop out today to go watch his young fella Harry in a grand final today. So kudos to you blokes as well.
Oh, it's been a pressure cooker. Been sweating all morning, trying to step up and fill Cookie's shoes, but hopefully we can hang in there, Belfie.
Yeah, I reckon we started well, Paul. But good on you, Cookie. Good luck to Harry down in the city. And man, Cookie deserves a rest. He's been carrying the show all season.
He really has. He's done most of the prep work, hasn't he, Jeff?
Yeah,
Except for that time he wore the Batman suit.
But definitely, we just had Reggie Tate off. I think he might have copped a little stinger. He might have a
Bit of claret.
bit of claret coming out. So straight to be looking to get him on pretty quick. As we just got a free kick to Young. Lowers the eyes. Nice kick.
Young Steve-O's got it just outside the 50. He's put her inside. Who have we got? Oh, we had Daniels go up. No, who's in front of him there?
Normie. Big Normie Betts.
Normie Betts.
Come on, Normie. Get out of the big forward's way, mate. He's been a very impressive player for Wyong this year, Norm Betts. Very, very impressive actually.
There we go. Wyong are on the board as well. The number 23 from Wyong, just like his father wore.
Now, interesting to see who Klosser's got down in the forward line. He looks like he's got Baden, so he's probably not going to be able to zone off too much and get a bit of drive and run off the half back for Australia at the moment. So I reckon if we want, I think we'll be watching that. We'll be trying to get, a slower forward where he can expose back the other way. What do you reckon, lads?
Exactly. I reckon that's a ploy. Baden started in, then he's dropped forward, knowing that Klossy have to man him up.
And Klossy was very instrumental after quarter time in the second semi-win when they had that massive comeback. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Wyong put a bit of time in him today.
Big Liam Rooney, I tell you, he's been fantastic. Where have he been going? Only been going 6 minutes. He's had 3 hit-outs. He's been up and about against the league best and fairest in the ruck.
And that is a strong tackle down there by the Stratty bloke.
Biggery. The alpha.
Another contest. I think it's going to be a great contest in the ruck duel at the moment.
Here we go. First point. We get to see the setup. How Stratty going to get through this Wyong press here? You got Skidsy kicking like that, it's going to be fairly easy. I reckon that's fantastic.
Yeah, wouldn't mind being a forward on the end of a skidsy kick, eh?
There he is. Broadbent has got Brad Daniels. He is just a man now. This young fella, I think just Broadbent's going to have a handful with him if he's leading out, getting up around that 50 mark.
Yeah, and I think if you haven't got any pressure on the ball carrier with Lukey Alley getting metres going like that could be a real hard one for Jesse. So it'd be interesting to see Brodie Anderson just come off for the change with Lukey. So it'd be interesting to see that matchup and how they persist with that on the Stratty camp. Haven't made any changes as yet, except for the one that was forced with Reggie.
Yeah, you see Bacon's playing very high half forward right up here. He's got young Mitch Toms on him. So Doug and the Wyong coaching crew have put a lot of faith in the young fella.
Oh, Tracy's picked something out here. What do we got? Brodie Anderson straight on the ground, straight in the action. He's going to have a shot from a difficult angle here. And slots it.
And that's a classy finish from a good small forward for Wyong. So, if we can pop up for a couple of them today, it's going to be hard going.
Oh, Brodie Anderson's one of them guys that you've got to be aware of him. It's no point giving him 5 metres, because 5 metres you turn around, he's got 10 metres and he's kicked a goal on you. Someone's going to have to mind him So Stratty going to have to send someone to him and lock down, or next minute he's got 3 or 4 on the board.
Now we've got the young fella Tony there. How's he going to go here? He's going to get up. Great contest. Out the back. Stratty look like they might get on the end of this one. Nice handball at the back. Kick into H. Stop short. Handball off the deck to Ducker. Dangerous in this position, that fella. Gives it to his old mate Bakes. Got his handball away. We've got Wyong at the back. Nice run and carry. Good defensive work there from the Tigers.
Ward out on the far wing. Is he going to turn him inside out? No, he's gone to ground. Been tackled. What's the umpire going to do? Oh, holding the ball.
Was probably there. He did go to ground and grab the ball, so.
Yeah, he was trying to turn his player inside out and got done. Here we go. Pushing in Hawk. No. Big fella. Who we got there?
Goose. He's looking
Goose just drift back.
Nice one-on-one. Giving a free kick to Nick Ward. On the far side, the City Oval. And conditions are just phenomenal down here at the moment. The sun's out, there's a huge crowd, and it's good for footy to be back in finals and play in Haddo.
It is going to be very interesting. You can see here the first 10 minutes of the game. Stratty have slowed down Wyong's run off the half-back line, so it's going to be interesting to see who flicks the switch first, whether it's going to be Wyong's going to get their running game up and going, or Stratty. So at the moment it's a pretty even contest, but we'll wait and see as Ashwood kicks it inside 50. Big fella Daniel, bang, take the mark. The Stratty coaches box have got their hands full there. They're going to have a bit of a look. I don't know whether the big fella taking clunks out there 50 is maybe need to make a bit of a change there, and they might have to swing Vickery onto him.
And that is a booming kick from 55 metres and just nailed it. Takes the score to, as the 3-1-19, Wyong's way to 1 goal straight to Stratty. So,
And he's kicked that with ease. Outside 50, with ease, straight through.
And I think that's probably a lack of pressure around the ball from Stratford. You can't have Baden Ashwood strolling out of the stoppage like that.
And here we go. Rooney has come off for a spell. So Daniel, after kicking the goal's gone straight in the ruck up against the big fella and won it. Who we got? I think that's Willie Webb down and under. He's trying to bustle it out, and he's got it out. Will Webb inside 50. Ball's hit the ground. Hawkins, no.
Oh, the handball was there.
Handball's on, Hawkins. Oh, Hayden Nerford.
He gobbled that.
Let's just kick the goal.
Yeah, H is 2 from 2, so he's had a good start. You know, if he's getting his hands on the ball in the forward 50, he really misses that bloke. He's a quality forward, that bloke, mate.
There you go, number 60, jogging back to the centre, Will Webb. He's the one that got him in the engine room, got it out from then. Persistence, kept the ball forward, kept burring and got it out of there. We'll get to where limping off.
Yeah, that could be an issue for Wyong. He's been in some serious form this year for them. As I'm told, close to winning the VNF. A few people tell me down there.
Probably been one of their better defenders all year. Talking to a lot of people around Wyong, he's been highly rated as one of their backmen, and probably the reason where they are this year.
Now we've just got a free kick given out. Play on. Not sure about that call. On the deck. And that's a free kick. He has not got it.
Normally he's line up for his second.
Has he got the legs from here?
Yeah, mate, he's only 21. He's not 35 like us.
Balf's saying he's got the legs.
Elliot, oh no, Reggie Tate's just going to pick him up. I'm thinking that could be a coach killer. He's about 20 metres out in front and no one was on him. Betts has gone for a shot on goal. He's kicked it. Erfurt, 2 from 2. Betts, 2 from 2. We've got a shootout here at the Bairnsdale City Oval.
Now, just touching on the boundary umpires, we've got too many thirds kids over here. We've got Mitchie and Brados just running the boundary a bit closest to them. They look like they're doing a good job. I haven't seen much action over here, but kudos to them.
Is that the fitness campaign that you're running over at the Lucknow Thirds have got them to where they are, Reese?
Mate, they are busy boys. They train Tuesday, Thursday, and then umpiring training on Wednesday. And Mitch is actually, believe it or not, he's 16 and a half, 17, and he's the boundary umpire boss. He's got 30 kids to look after, so he's had a big year, the young fella.
Nice work, Mitch.
Oh, Willie Webb again. He tried to take him on out of the centre. Daniel Lancaster's pinned him, holding the ball. Daniel's got it. The big fella in the ruck. Kicked it forward, got her inside 50. Who's he going for? Anderson. Brody Anderson's up. Elia.
Who's there?
Bay Nashwood streaming in. Oh, didn't need to. Got the right bounce. There we go. Wyong on the board again.
Five, 1-31 to Stratford's 2 goals straight 12. So it's Wyong have started off hot.
I reckon this is a good coaching move from Wyong. I reckon they've pulled Baden out of the centre bounce. So Clossy has to go to him, and Clossy's just decided to make the change himself. He's going to push Broadbent up onto Baden, and he's going to roll back. Okay, with the ball on dispute on the wing. Tate's got it. No one's getting out of there.
Yeah, that's not a bad move either way. You look at it, like you pull Broadbent out of that back 50. Baden makes him chase tail all day. I don't think he's going to keep up with Ashford for the day.
Oh, here we go. The boys going to have a boundary throw in here, Reese.
Now, interesting what's right in front of us. How are we setting up around the ball, Wyong? Interesting, there's no one out the back at the moment for either side. And that's holding the ball. He's been caught and he's played on.
Oh,
that is a bad call.
Played on.
And that is where Jesse Broadbent will chew them up. So,
Grabbed our ankle here.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't great.
You got better eyesight than me, Reese. Who is it from down there?
Not too sure where it had it, but Lincoln wins the tap out there, handball, and that's a good contest there. Good tackle from the big fella. Good double up.
Oh,
And
big fella's put the
interesting
pressure on.
call. So Stratty's probably in a bit of strife here. They got one bloke off the side. They can't get him off, and they're probably about to make the call whether they bring him through the interchange gates. And they've got one over the top, and he's kicked a great goal over the top. But all eyes are on number 31 for Stratty here. So they're going to bring him through the interchange gate. The big fella down here's got his shirt off.
I told you that before the game.
This is going to be one for the bloopers. He's started with the long, and now he's trying to get his short sleeve off.
It's too hot, mate. It's too hot for the long sleeves. Brody Anderson, Jack Vickers, get it off. Quarter time.
Come on, mate. Just because you want to leave there, that doesn't mean you give us a strip show.
Yeah, well, he's given us a bit, isn't he?
So while that was going on, Daniel's come off. Rooney back into the ruck. Wins the tap. Fighting for the ball.
Yeah, that looked like a fairly significant ankle injury to that young bloke from Shady. Hope he's going alright down there.
Snap round the corner. Kloss has just got a falcon off the deck. He butters up, gets it again, pushes forward. That's a great contest from Kloss. And I think he's going to try and stamp his name on the game at the moment and swing the momentum back in Stratty's favour. So Broadbent snaps around the corner, down to the wing. Wyong to chop it off, kick down the corner, that's out on the full. That's out on the full or a free kick to Lukey Elliott, so that could have gone either way there. But the punters behind the bar, have a look at them. There's plenty down there. Lindenow's going to be going all right in the bar. Hope your missus is going all right if she's listening. Shout out to you, Jess. That's a butcher.
They'll make Haddo celery back today on the beers.
Salary is 0. I hope they make more than that. Here we go, Perce going back on. Somerville's come off for a rest.
And Perce does not look like he's running that well. He's back on. It's hot in tight. Snap.
I'll tell you what, boys, I don't know what you think, but young Liam Rooney, the first quarter, he's been fantastic. You got the league BNF, and I reckon he's been all over him.
We've got an issue for Wyong in the goal square down here. Jack Vickers.
When Kloss come through that other contest up here on centre half back, he's
not well. He can't even get up.
He's battling to get up, Jack. I don't know. Missed that contest.
Can we get the replay on the big screen?
Even with the goal coming in, he couldn't get up. So Kloss comes off for a spell, and Skidsy comes on. Won't get it. Another inside 50, kicking long. Probably kicking a little bit long for my liking Wyong at the moment. They just kick into the contest. Probably just need to lower their eyes. Oh, Lukey, great turnaround. Snap it goal. Jesse Broadbent, great one-on-one on the square. So probably just the last couple of inside 50s just gone a little bit too long to the goal line, and it's been rushed.
Yeah, when you haven't got Brake Daniels down there, I think they need to lower their eyes. You've got Brody Anderson, Elliott, you've got lead up, pace. They want the ball out in front of them. They don't want it kicked on their head.
And that's a terrible kick out of the back line, and that's not much better going in the forward 50 for Wyong. Good contest.
That's Jock over
It's a
him.
crack
Streams
goal.
out. What a goal. Jockey over him.
Great pick up below his knees, young Jockey over, and then kicks the goal for Wyong.
Here comes Jack Vickers. He's coming off. Does not look well at all.
Yeah, just to touch on Wyong's entries there. Yeah, you're probably right, Reece. Like they're playing in a Broadbent's hands a bit. They put it on Brody's head. You put it on Ali's head. Like he's going to gobble them up, Broadbent all day long.
Or he at least gets that fist on it to bring it back to a neutral contest. Now, but back into the centre. Lincoln goes up. Young Lamb, good jump. It's in tight. Snap out to centre play for Stratty. Turns around and Burns, gets it inside 50. We've got Ducker. That's a great chop off there. Great pick up below his knees, and that's a good hit.
They've done well there, Reece, because I thought that was a very poor kick from the Stratty guy inside. He had guys leading up. He could have hit a 20. He's decided to bomb it in. They're very, very lucky. 2-on-1. Stratty have brought it to the ground. Willie Webb's got it, turn around, and then he's hit up Hayden Murphy. Probably 30 out on a bit of an acute angle. Coming in. No, just behind the stick. It's a point. Let's see how Wyong are going to get it out of here. The Stratty going to press up on him.
And that brings the score to Stratford 3-1-19 to Wyong 6-4-40.
There we go. Bruce has made a mistake.
Oh, here we go.
He's kicked it out of bounds in the full. I think there's been a little bit of verbal, and umpire's director Daniel Lancaster has said, boys, we will have enough of that. It's the East Skippy Grand Final, and I'm the one umpiring. 50 metres, and Ducker has kicked the goal.
Yeah, well, they've been solid with it all year, so you just got to sort of bite your tongue, being out there, give the umpires a mouthful at times, and you know what I mean. You just got to lock down at the moment. And the great thing at the moment, it's a goal fest. We've got 10 goals kicked in the first quarter, so hopefully this continues moving forward.
There's still a hot contest out there. You see when the ball's there to be won, the boys are putting their head over it. It's great to watch. we go. Rooney's going to go up again. Can he beat him again? No, the big fella, Lee BNF. He's got the tap. Here we go. Stratty got it forward. Mitch Tom's on Bacon. He's got it. It's kicked it out to the far wing. Lukey Elliott. So you got French with him. Lukey Elliott will have the leg speed here.
Kloss probably just got a little bit close to the ball there and got in front of him. Now it's a little bit tense at the moment. There's not much noise coming out of either bench at the moment, so you know, I think if you're not good below your knees at the moment in the contest and you can't get that ball going forward, you can get scored against back the other way. So 24 minutes gone, Hads.
Yeah, the big fella, Daniel, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's getting into him, letting him know as he's running back to the goal square.
Oh, that's an interesting call.
Explain that one, Parker, please.
Here we go, the big hawk. He's put his mitts up. Here we go. This is where Bacon does his best work. Oh, if he can grab it.
That's a beautiful end there, Jack.
Frenchie's got it forward.
Oh, that's what
This is where Ducker's real dangerous. Going back to goal. If he gets you under that ball.
That's a good finish. That is a
Well
good
done,
finish.
Rodney.
Well, here we go. We've got a bit of a skirmish here on the wing right in front of us. We've got Skidsy having a bit of hello with ex-teammates. Young Callow. Dean Truan making his way out. Just have a look to see what's happening.
Well, you know, to be upset if the emergency get on there and get himself in the action at some stage. Now, that was a great goal by Ducker. Just worked his player under the ball and then got it out the back. Now, that's going to be an interesting one to watch, and especially Urfurf as well, because he's probably had young Job on the first couple. And they haven't had many, but when it's come in, so... You know, what does the Wyong bench do in that, if that continues? And they are up at the moment, so...
I tell you, Willie Webb, he doesn't mind trying to take him on. He probably could have give the hands there a
that's a
couple of
good
times,
handball.
but he just bustles his way through. So Stratty in the 50. Tate
You got him.
out. Here we go, Urford. Has he got it? No, play on. Daniel Lancaster, he's got the hands in the air. Play on, boys.
Nah, right call there. Dylan Sung did well plugging up that hole. But yeah, Urfurth and Ducker looking dangerous early.
I know we want to keep our eyes on the action there, but just have a look in the centre of the ground. The Stratty coach has done exactly what he would have wanted to do. Freed himself up, control the game from where he is there.
Short chip into the pocket on the Morass side. One takes off. He's getting metres gain. Good effort. Kicks long down the wing. And what's happened there? It's a little mad ball. It's bounced back in. So, yeah, definitely Hads. I think that's what Kloss has probably been looking for. And that is one thing that Wyong's going to have to be onto is that.
Yeah, I see Baden's pushed onto the ball now, so, and Kloss got Broadbent to run up onto his guy, so I don't exactly know who Kloss's direct opponent is at the moment.
Great tackle, actually. Great tackling there by the man we've been speaking about a bit, Baden Ashwood. He doesn't mind the hard ball gets, does he, Paul?
No, he's in and under. Hard as they come, Baden Ashwood, same as that one. Betsy, wearing the number 23. Don't get much tougher than a Betts. Okay, right in front of the Riviera concrete sign over there. Belfie looking good, isn't it?
Great concrete, mate. Great concrete, that.
He's been waiting for that ball to get over there.
Nice plug for you there, Paul.
Now, conditions are warm at the moment, and it is going to cool down, but probably haven't seen enough interchanges for either side at the moment. So interesting to see how that plays out.
I think start of the grand final, they'd just be letting everyone settle.
And that's the end of the first quarter, and that's Wyong 6-4-40 to Stratford 5-1-31, and the quarter's gone 29 minutes. So, you know, I know you're saying let them settle their nerves, but 30 minutes is a long quarter, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. If it's another goal fest in the second quarter.
As having a look out the window here, we'll have to have a look at quarter time who it is from Stratty, but he has got his foot in a bucket of ice water, I think, so that would probably result at the end of the day for that young fella, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think his day's done for the young fella there. And having said that, a couple of injury worries for Wong was Jack Vickers come off, and I think he spent the best part of the last 8 minutes on the bench, and we haven't seen him since he went down to goal square.
And we're still limping as he comes into the huddle now. So the Tigers have got a couple of injury concerns. Have a look at the crowd filing onto the ground. It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge at the moment, Hadsy. Couple injuries for both sides, so definitely going to be one to watch. Now, hopefully the rule of the league was going to tell everyone they can't come on. That is definitely out the window. It's out the window at the moment. The crowd's streaming onto the ground. So great day down here. Let us know where you're watching. Any comments? Keep them PG, and we'll bring you all the action. There's plenty going to happen today, I think. And we're just going to go to a short break.
I was just about to say the who's who of Bairnsdale. You've got Stewie McLaren, Peter Hopkins strutting their way to the Wyong huddle.
So we're back, huge crowd, you know, Mr. Whippy's at the back and the line's about bloody 30 metres long, has he?
Yeah, I reckon my kids would have went and seen the van today, so I reckon pockets will be a little bit lighter.
Now, positionally, any changes? You see, it looks like Ward's come up onto the wing. He might have started back or forward.
No, start on the wing, but he's smart left footer. He'll always start on the side where he can sweep around the back. He's very crafty. Ashwood's starting out of the centre again.
See, Jack started in the middle as well. How are you seeing it? Who's winning the contested ball? Is it even straight his way, or are you thinking Warren's probably just got pipped him at the moment?
I reckon it's a pretty even game. It's a hot contest. I reckon Stratty are cracking in. They're probably getting the head over the ball. But there's no doubt Wyong are fit, their work rate, they're moving the ball well. So it's a bit of an even contest at the moment. Wyong are in front. There we go. Ashwood straight off the square. Bang. Down, in and under. Tackle, ball up.
He was, I think that was that French?
Yep, picked him off
Good
straight away.
contest, good rock.
There he is again.
At the moment, it's probably an even contest in the ruck. They both seem to be missing it a little bit. So they're getting no clean ball at the moment.
Exactly. French is dropping off the back. Ashwood's picking him up. The other French, hands out. Here we got Skivsy, no. Wyong, jockey over him. Stevenson inside 50. Fellows up, no. Here we got Betts.
And that was a nice kick from young Stevo. Lowered the eyes, didn't blaze away, just hit up the leading forward of Betts.
Exactly, and that's what they didn't see in the first quarter. In the first quarter, when the ruck Rooney come off, they were trying to blaze in there, and you've got these lights. You've got Betts, Anderson, you've got to lower your eyes, hit them up.
Goes from 45 kicks, and this is to the left. Kloss taking the kick out duties, going to look to play. Oh, no one on the man on the mark. That's something that's going to have to be addressed. Gets a nice kick out to Stratty on the far wing. Kicks low. I think Stratty be trying to get a stoppage here.
Big Bates fumbled a few in the first quarter. If he can get up and about, clunk a few, that'll be very interesting. There we go, Kloss and Brodie Anderson. That's a very strange matchup. Kloss won't be able to just run off and let Brodie will push forward pretty hard. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
And I think Warren probably need to address that Bacon give and get earlier. With him in space, he's a very damaging player.
Oh, good tackle.
Oh, the old fella Bigger, he got the tackle, but the umpire, Daniel Lancaster, said, mate, you have ridden him into the ground. Free kick, Betsy.
I don't think Bickery agree with that.
Gee, the Stratty coach will be pretty happy about that.
That's a free
Kick
kick.
in forward,
Can't run
and
into
the lead
the man.
best and fairest, the ruckman, he pushes back hard.
Good call, Trace.
Kicks it out.
And that's a butcher.
That's a wobbler from young Gavin Bickery into the middle there.
Oh,
Big Hawks, the crummer.
the young runner Hawks is just. Oh.
Here
And
we
Ducker
go.
with a bit of space. This is dangerous.
And who? Oh. So interesting whose Ducker man was there, because he found himself in some serious space. Kick out. Long kick, 60 metres out from the social rooms. Got another ball up here. So the mids can go to work, can't they, Headsy?
Yeah, have a look at the setup here. Stratty's sagging back off the pack a little bit here. Got Bairnsdale's got his hands going everywhere. He's pushed back to try and make a 2-on-1.
Yeah, there's no zone. It's just, it seems to be one-on-ones all around the ground here, except for the young Bickery and Jesse Broadbent. There's a 2-on-1 here, which, you know, I can't see that going well. So one of the Wine boys probably needs to make that a 2-on-3.
Oh, good tackle, the big hawk. She's hot in the kitchen here. The boys are having a red hot dip here. The umpire said, give it here, we'll ball her up.
Yeah, I think touching on Ducker, I think Doug will be talking to young Halibut, saying get a bit closer, young fella. That's a clunker by Rooney.
3-on-1. Good work, Liam Rooney.
And he looks straight down and sees Bickery standing in the whole ball.
And he's just
he's
kicked
butchered
it
it.
out of bounds on the full.
Kloss takes a kick, looks to tie on, gets metres gained. Long kick into the pocket.
And Goose? Purse.
Purse takes a good mark at the back. He still looks like he's limping a little bit, which is,
He looks like a duck on a hot barbecue at the moment. He's limping around.
yeah. That's an interesting call there, that's it. Kicked out.
2-on-1.
top.
Head over the ball. Wins it. Who's that? Oh,
Skidsy.
Skidsy. There we go.
Skidsy
Drops
horse.
it inside 50. Willie Webb's brought it to ground. Lucky because it was 1-on-4 there at one stage. You can hold it in, get a ball up. It's a win for Stratty there.
So at the moment, Jack Bacon's sort of just getting himself behind the ball here. He's probably a little bit wide at the moment, but he's going to have an impact here. Where is he playing? Warren Bake picks up, strolls through.
Baker's playing 4.
Kick in board to Stratty, got plenty of numbers there.
Ooh, Reggie's give it. Frenchie. To his
Oh, that
brother.
is a nice kick out.
Here we go. Gone out the fat side. Good tackle. That was Stevenson.
Great tackle.
He's an impressive young player, that Stevenson, isn't he, Paul?
Yeah, like his old man. Pretty hard at it.
I'm impressed with his haircut.
Here we go. He's out
Oh,
by
no,
Jack Vickers.
Jack looks terrible.
Yeah. He's got the knee heavily bandaged. Cannot run. Broadbent. Good bump. Tracy's paid. What's she got?
Oh, what?
The old fella's got a kick. Out of the wing. Here we go. Straight you're on here. Tate's pushing up. No. Tell you what, if there's a turnover, Ward is really open here on this far wing.
Just looking at Stratty, got two blokes waiting to get on one. Have not looked like they're going to put any ball movers back on at the moment. So interested just to watch that space. You know, it has been a big first quarter, and Hadsy, you've been involved in plenty of grand finals. The legs get jelly. The nerves would have been pumping in that first quarter.
Yeah, they would have been, but being grand finals, I know you said there was minimal rotations. They would have wanted just to settle. And they were hard at the contest, both sides. Just wanted to settle it. Get on their terms. As Kloss picks it up here. Oh, Brody Anderson's tackled him. Hold the ball.
And that was a great one-on-one there. Kloss probably got him on the... and Mudamar Builders brings the boys up a couple of refreshments.
Young Stevenson's flipped Kloss over and he's given away the free kick.
That's a learning curve for the young fella. You don't do that when
Played
you got
that
the
well,
ball.
Kloss.
And that was a good contest. Kloss done really well on Bro, and Bro just turned around and tackled him. So hopefully we see heaps of that today.
You see with both sides at the moment, they're trying to bomb it in the forward line, but no crummers there. Like, Stratty probably need to lower their eyes a little bit going forward as well.
And we touched on in the first quarter, and at the start of this second, actually, Wong have tried to change the angles up a bit, come out this club room side, and Stratty have defended it really well, I would have thought.
I reckon that's a win for Wyong, having Klossy push up on Brody Anderson, because they've got to show him some respect, because Anderson will get out the side, as he does now, starting to push forward. You can see what's happened on the far wing. He'll do it all day.
Yeah, that's true. I reckon Kloss probably trying to is get rid of that matchup and find himself on a potentially a bigger Wyong forward so he can run off. Yeah?
Yeah.
We see both sides are pushing back hard, like wingers. Ward's nearly on the 50 there for the wing. Everyone's pushing back hard and they're trying to slingshot forward at the moment. As, what have we got? Tate's got one on the 50 there. I think it may be just a little bit long. Oh, he's kicked it all.
Good defending.
No crummers, but who we got? Dave in the arms. Hawk, go back and have your kick. Just flipped it over to Stratford, 6-1-37. I reckon both sides, it's going to see both sides have got good users. You've got Bacon, Kloss, Wyong got exceptional speed with your Elliot and that. It's just who's going to pull the trigger first.
And just looking back in the straight defence, Kloss has freed himself up there. He's picked that up well, mate. Here he is.
And you can't have that.
Wyong will have to address that pretty promptly, I would have thought.
Two hard nuts there, Betts and Willie Webb. Bacon comes across, out of bounds.
Wyong definitely played into Stratford's hands then. I think it's probably going to be who's the bravest at the moment. It's contested and it's good, good to watch in that sense. But who's the bravest? Who's going to get that handball out just like that where Reggie Tate pulled it? Kicks inside, 50, fly. Good sport from Wyong.
Dual Sumble, does other Sumble?
And Wyong looked to carry it out the far wing. Nice kick down the line. Bade chips it forward, got inside 50 to Lukey. Nice run receive.
And as this goes on, we just see Jack Vickers come to the bench again. I don't think that needs 100% for Jack. He's battling to get from contest to contest.
No, just seen that last contest, Belf. He went to tackle and you could see him grimace after the tackle, so more than meets the eye there, I think, for Jack Vickers.
French comes on and they're young, but there's a lot of mullets in the Stratty Town. There's a couple of mullets in the Stratty Town, isn't there?
Mightn't have a hairdresser down there.
Reggie Tate takes a good overhead mark there. Where's he looked to go? He's pulled the trigger. And that is a free kick.
And Baden Ashwood will do that all day long. He will put his body on the line and go into the contest.
50 metres to go with it. So probably the right call. That's why Baden is who he is. He gets in the right spot and takes the hit when it's needed. And Jack couldn't stop. He had to do the right thing.
Are you nearly in range there, Baden, you think? He's going to kick from just inside 50.
I don't know, if he kicks like his brother, he ain't making the distance.
His brother would have 3 kicks from there, I reckon.
Here we go.
Now, that is
It's a brain fade.
That's the coach killer.
Oh yeah.
That's where the blood pressure's gone through the roof. You nearly get a blood nose sitting on the
So
side
where's
watching
Kloss
it.
and the Stratty bench? They can't be happy about that one. But reward for effort. Baden put his body on the line, took the hit, gets a 50 and then a 50 to put the score on the board. And the Wyong 7-6-48 to Stratford 6-1-37.
What do you reckon, Addo? Act like that from an Ashford, it's going to spark the boys or what?
Oh, exactly. Baden's going to do that all day long. So if that doesn't inspire you to get in there and have a crack, nothing will. See, Daniel's gone into the rut and Liam Rooney has gone to full forward. So we'll see how Daniels goes here. Tracy's going to pull it up. Oh, the big Stratty Ruckman, dominant. All hands out. Reggie Tate, been wrapped up. Jockey over him, great tackle. Ward's got it on the wing. Driving it forward, Closses there and thereabouts.
Oh,
Out the back to Vickery. Here we go. Nicky Ward's going to be under a high ball here. Yep. Tracy's blown. I think that is tunnelling to Nick Ward. I think that's pretty fair. I think Frenchie got him there.
Yeah, probably the right call. Kloss is probably... Oh, no, there's no free kick.
Baller.
Kloss took his eye off the ball on that first one. Now, that's an interesting hit from Toner, which has got a 2 on there from Stratty, and Goose picks that one off. Kicks out to the far side. Wyong 60 metres out from Stratty's goal line.
So Bacon up here on the wing, got the ball, but Wyong sagged back. Goose would have been the spare, so probably shouldn't have bombed it in. Jack probably need to hit a 20 or keep running in a bit further as he kicks.
And
It's going to be a certain goal to Stratty inside the square. Who is it? It's a bit far from my old eyes, all the way down there. Who is it, Reese?
Andrew Scott.
young Scotty.
7-0.
And Stratty put one on, so that'll make it 7-6, 148 to Stratford 7-143. So, boys, we have a game on our hands, and hope you bushes are out there watching, because we're bringing it live to you. After a few issues last night with the live stream, we're back on board, aren't we, Jeffy?
For temporarily, hopefully.
In confidence.
Well, we've been off once already.
Yeah, I did get that mail.
There's one interesting matchup already. Asa Herrera is up onto the wing, damaging forward, probably kicked over 30 goals for the year.
Casman's been
He's up
plucked
on the
somewhere
wing.
there.
So, boys, you know, Stratty looked to have taken a bit of control of the game at the moment. What do you do with Jack Vickers? I would be putting him one out in the goal square. That's just my thoughts. Doesn't make it right or wrong or whatever. What are your thoughts?
At this stage, I saw him. Oh, he's off the ground again now. But as soon as he came back on, Clossy went to him. Knew he was a bit doggy, so you know, Clossy's going to try and exploit that mismatch all day long.
And he's been around footy long enough to know what matchup he's going to want.
There he is, Reese. Hayden Erfurt, marking the square, go back, kick the big goal. What's the score now?
Straight in front for the first time today.
So Wyong 7-6-48 to Stratford 8-1-49. So Stratty got him by a point, and they have got changes coming out left, right, and centre here at the moment.
Yeah, the ball Willie Webb's having a rest. He's done a big workload the last 10 minutes.
So interesting to see how Wyong stem the flow here at the moment. Reggie Tate seems to be getting his hands on it as well through the guts.
See Wyong put the balls in the centre. You got Ashwood, Betts, and Stevenson. So you've got three hard nuts in there.
Oh, that's an interesting call.
I think Wyong just need to get the ball and just hold it, get a bit of control here for a minute. His strategy is just running at will at the moment.
Young Hawkins got a bit of clip around the ear there.
Oh, he's nearly plucked that.
H. Erfurth seems to be the focal point for straight in the forward 50. Why not? The boy can catch him.
Yeah, but you look at that, and okay, Erfurt's out there, Nelly in front of the Riviera concrete sign. 3-on-1. So there's obviously two more Stratty guys. That's where you need to start. Have a little bit of a look, lower your eyes. Don't get so much concerned about seeing it down Erfurt's throat. Hit it up to them guys that are free, run and kick the easy goal. But as we say that, Herford's going back to line up for another one.
He's kicked it.
He's
No.
left it skinny by the look of the goal line ball.
Yeah.
And you know, a couple of players that are having a bit of an influence this quarter are Reggie the Mummy Tate. He's got bloody half the bloody strapping around his face. He's started well, and Ashwood for Wyong seems to be going right this quarter as well.
Here we go at the back, Ashwood. Good tackle.
That's a great tackle from the Stratty player.
French, one of the Frenches.
Good defending by young Joe. Just worked H under that ball, you know, put some speed on the defence. Worked him under the ball. Jack's looking to get on the ground here at the moment.
I reckon I'm right with Belfer before. I think if Vickers is going on, I think he needs to go to the goal square, and then hopefully Broadbent will go to the square with him. If Clossy goes to him, that'd be even a bigger win if Clossy's going to go and stand in the goal square, which I wouldn't think would happen.
Yeah, Kloss is not going to put himself in the full back line.
What's going on here?
What we got going on here? Looks like Ducker's got his hand up.
Betsy pushed him over.
No, it's to Wyong. Ducker must have thought he had the kick, but it's Wyong. Wyong in the back pocket.
He's not bad at bloody getting a few free kicks out, a few cheeky ones out of the umpires, young Ducker.
Here we go, Rooney coming off. Yeah, Vickers is going to go forwards. That means Daniel's in the ruck.
I think you touched on it earlier today, Paul. I've been pretty impressed with young Rooney's ruck work today. Not a recognised ruckman. I think he's a forward before a ruck, but he's been battling pretty well against the league best and fairest.
Oh, fantastic. Well and truly been on top of the Australia ruckman in the first quarter, I would have thought. There you go, bit of experience. Broadbent out on the wing. Bang, pulls the trigger inside.
Oh, interest went over the back.
Young Halbert looked a bit nervous with Ducker breathing down his neck there, I think.
Oh. Ducker's got one a little bit high. David might have been behind. It's going to be a ball up.
Ducker done well there. He's probably outnumbered. Wyong done really, they set up really well behind the ball then at the moment. Probably watching Tony. He's smacking it forward a lot, but the Stratty players are on the other side, so I don't know whether that's a miscommunication or what, but he just seems to be giving it a mad ball whack.
Yeah, would you think? It looks like he's starting to be a bit predictable, and Baden Ashwood and then Likes will pick that off straight away. Stratty appealed for deliberate, but the umpires wouldn't suck in. They've said throw it in.
Yeah, and just looking outside the 50 years, Stratty have set up real well behind the ball. They've got Broadbent, French, Clossy, all the good ball users and smart heads behind the footy, so it's going to be hard for Wyong to get out of here, I reckon.
We're going to have another ball up here. What's it look like to you, Belf? I reckon Stratty's just a little bit hungrier at the moment, but that can change momentum. Everyone's going to have their little bits of momentum.
Yep.
Stratty got it at the moment.
Yeah, I think Stratty has sort of beaten Wyong at their own game. You know, Wyong are good at folding back and playing covering ground behind the ball, and Stratty doing that better at the minute. I think if Wyong get their hands on the ball, they just need to take the sting out of the game, play a bit of possession, make Stratty chase a bit of arse for a while, you know what I mean?
Exactly, that's what I thought. Wyong like to have one out the back and can set it up and this and that. It just looks like Stratty seem to win that battle, that they're getting it on their terms, doing that at the moment. As French has got the ball again, as Willie Webb's just come onto the ground, spot for Tate.
Yeah, young Willie Webb doesn't mind putting his snout over the ball, does he?
No, he loves it. Boundary throwing over there in front of the beer caravan. There won't be
Bairnsdale Bay 13, that.
the players will get plenty of information on what they should be doing.
Oh, everyone's a pro when you've got a can of beer in here, don't they?
There we go, Daniels palms it down. It's a tussle. Willie Webb, there he is. It's like a D9 dozer trying to go through. It's a bit hard when you got Betts tackling you. Parker's going to throw it up inside 50. Daniels wins the tap. There we go, Baden Ashwood.
Yeah, Ashford and French going at it. That's two hard nuts right there. I can't. 25 minutes gone in the second quarter. Can't be too much longer going, but I definitely think this is. Stratford will be pretty happy with how they're sitting going in half time. They've played this quarter really well.
Good tackle there, Stratty. Ball's worked its way out. Look at Stratty, they just pulled back. You got French over there, just in the centre of the ground controlling. You got Clossy rolled up onto Elia.
Yeah, and what I've been impressed with this quarter about Stratford is they've just shut Wyong's space down. Wyong with ball in hand, running into open space, and very, very intimidating. Stratford haven't given them time to think about their ball use or anything like that, and so Kloss has coached them really well this first half.
The big hawk. The big hawk. Oh, no, she's been tapped over. Who was that, Goose?
Yeah, the old wily veteran in the goal square, the old goalkeeper.
Here we go, let's see if Daniel Perrin can find someone. Find a tiger. Mustn't have long to go. Here we go, he's found someone who's to get out there.
It's young Job Somerville. Very, very, very impressive.
So the score, Stratford 8-3-51, playing Wyong 7-6-48.
Yeah, like I said, a really good contest. You know, Rick Stratford, I thought Wyong were going to hold them for a bit there, but Stratford battled back well, closed their space down. You know, set up really well behind the ball and didn't allow them that exits. And she's going to be in enthralling second half, I would have thought. Stay tuned. Bushes, kickers, bushes.
There's only a couple of points in it. I've always said Wyong remind me of Stratty 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Stratty used to be under, I'm trying to think of his name now, the old fella. They used to be that fit.
Yeah.
They'd come out and they would blow you away in the first half. They would kick 3/4 of their goals. They kicked 14 goals at half time and they
Kick 3 after.
and I'd done it. I'd done all the research. They kicked 5 after it. Why have been like that this year? They want to run away. Where if you hold them.
Yeah. Well, having said that, we played Wyong as Wyong. They smoked us in the first 3 quarters. We kicked 8 goals in the last.
Beer run?
So that's surprising me why they're keeping on going with Jack, putting him out there. The balls, there's a bit slow down there, so you'd be better off having one of these kids like Elliot and Anderson on there. Get both of them out there and try and get some speed on that half forward flank.
Well, having I've been working at Aussies this week, and I said, is Doug going to put any time into Clossy? He goes, no, done ready. I'm like, well, he fucking should. Because he fucking tore his new ass on the last 3 quarters of the second
It's
set.
back live.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, no, Evo.
Carried on, they'll swear.
Yeah, no, Evo told me. It must have come back on pretty much.
No,
Oh,
I
it fell off, did it?
Yeah.
When we're going.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I'm going for a piss.
We'll get a new one.
Yeah, I will.
I reckon Riviera Concrete might.
What do you want?
He'd be a sponsor.
We haven't even put out any sponsors yet. That's the fact. You should see the fucking like people who shit's free. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, just come and see. I'll go listen. How you seen it, Ian?
Yeah, well, the Wyong runner's done the most mileage on the ground. He's been working really hard, hasn't he?
You want to give Callow an absolute bath. Callow's come off and he must have said, Weimer come off. blokes fucking grabbed him like this and got him into the train and he's going, wow, and I could hear him screaming at him and I'm going,
I've never seen
won't
him.
fucking pull you out.
I've never seen him like that before.
With Doug or Halliburton?
No. He's usually very fairly.
I tell you that Halliburton, Luke got him with about 10 minutes to go last week. I didn't think he played today. Luke got him like just nothing, like just hip and shoulder.
Yeah, just-
and Halliburton's played a lot of seconds footy, probably not used to it. Luke's like hit him at
Yeah, 'cause
full
he-
pace.
he's not a big
and he
guy,
laid
he can hit
there
hard.
and he couldn't get up. It was like it was, I thought, oh, he's breaking his ribs or something. Like he was done. He just went, looked at the bench, I'm coming off, I'm done.
Yeah, just knocked all the wind out of him.
And Luke just jogged off, thinking, well, why haven't you been doing that all day? For the last 10 minutes. But I reckon,
So it's pretty tight. It's just-
I reckon they're just playing the centre and they're both playing a little bit negative at the moment. It's going to
Yeah,
be
yeah, well, they're just
which
trying to-
one
yeah.
goes, let's flick the switch and let's start pulling, using these wingers.
There's a forward
Who's
line.
gonna do it?
Both teams' forward lines were well on top in the first quarter.
Because this is what
Yeah.
Stratty, this is what
So
Stratty
both,
won.
once it got in there, they scored.
it was going to be a score.
If I was Stratty, this is the game I'd want. I wouldn't want Wyong to start opening up and get Alia and Anderson
Yeah,
and
and-
Warden
and-
to start pinging it down them wings. I want to keep it
Yeah.
going in that square, up and down. Keep it a contest.
One of
Overall,
us should
where-
be in the fucking.
So they lost to Wyong, lost away a little bit that quarter.
Well, you wouldn't be allowed in the Wyong rooms, I wouldn't think. Douglas would have them shut.
Yeah.
He's screaming.
And they're only 3 points down. I think that's pretty fortunate. I think that
Yeah.
because Stratford were well on top in the second half of that quarter.
Well, it's good when it's like this because we've had a lot of grand finals that are over by now. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, unless you support one of the teams, then it's
Oh, yeah.
then you'd like to be 10 goals up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But even that shit too, like when you
Yeah,
that's right. When you want 10 goals up, you're thinking, well,
We've got a ripper crowd, and you
Yeah.
just want to see a good game.
Yeah, 100%. Most of them probably do.
that Will Webb's just got to get the hands more. He's a bull, but he gets it and he thinks, okay, I'll break one, I'm going to break two, I'm going to break three, I'm going to
Yeah.
break four. He just needs to bang
Give that-
and then
give
get
that
the next
first
one.
But he's been caught a couple of times.
He's a kid that played at Brett. That's Cliffy Blanford. That's Chris
Yeah.
Blanford's. Yeah. Like he
Nephew.
was
Is it nephew? Yeah. No.
yeah, it's Chris's nephew. It's Cliffy Blanford's grandson.
Right.
He played at Buchan, he's played reserves. This is his first taste of senior footy. Hard at it, but he's just sort of never been a footballer and
Yeah.
never really trained or could be bothered. And he's had a
Yeah.
crack this year and he's in there.
So the double up in the air for that quarter because it wasn't working
But
one on
that's stupid. Well,
one.
they had three on him at one stage. Erfurt still got it, but where are the other ones? Go hit the other guys up.
Yeah.
Have you got time to do any stats? Forbes?
What
Like,
do you want to do?
well, I'm thinking maybe a couple of kicks and that. Like, who's the best player? Yeah, probably Kloss is getting a bit of it.
I'll tell you what, in the first quarter, I reckon Liam Rooney was the best we got from them.
Yeah.
I reckon the Stratty Ruckman actually started
Run me in, because I have got a sheet there that Forbes could just
Yeah, well,
put it.
they haven't, yeah. Yeah, I can't do stats. I just
The French
No,
boys were
yeah.
good.
busy.
Frenchie was good that quarter.
Yeah.
Gee, I told Mr. Whippy's doing a trade out there.
Mate, it's fucking packed, isn't it?
There's a bloody queue about half mile.
There actually hasn't been one player that's been really good for 2 quarters. You know what I mean? Like, Clossy was good that quarter. Will Webb was good that quarter. They didn't do much in the
It'd
first
be hard to
quarter.
pick a best player.
Liam Rooney was, I reckon, really good in the first quarter, done nothing that quarter. You're getting a few comments.
Yeah, but just make sure in the breaks the lads realise we can hear everything they're saying. I haven't said anything bad, just worth noting.
Huh? Same, no sound.
Yeah, no, it's alright. I think it was just
There you go.
Oh, it might have been when I switched over the first at the quarter time.
yeah.
He is for about 10 15 seconds.
What else are Rob's Cox market?
Good man. Mike's on. Dyer. So, yeah.
Sorry, no sound.
There you go, all the kids having kick to kick at half time.
Yeah. Chop can hear us talking. Oh no.
Have a listen. Nothing coming through. No, that's got to go through this. No, it's not even on the camera.
Who said that?
What was said?
Oh.
Is he down there? There is one.
No, but it's all, everything's turned off.
Yeah, man. Are you getting this? Right. Yeah.
It is. Come through.
Jeff, don't worry about it. We'll get back on you anyway. And we're back, Bushes. Wyong's just made their way back out onto the field, and the Yumps are out here just discussing everything. Is 7-6-48 to Wyong to 8-3-51 Stratford's way. How do you see it going in the second half?
It's going to be very interesting at the moment. It's very contested. It's going to be interesting to see if Wyong can pull the trigger and start moving the ball a bit wider and use the whole ground. I reckon if Wyong can use the whole ground, I reckon they're going to have a little bit too much leg speed and ball movement for Stratford. But if Stratford can keep this contested game as it's going, you never know, Stratford could run away with this.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Hadsy. I think it's definitely going to be a good second half. Be interesting to see how the Tigers line up right from the start. Just a couple mentions at the moment. B grade or A grade schools, but well done to Bairnsdale in the 15s and 17s netball. They got the job done. Also in the D grade, and Linino got the job done in the C grade. So. You know, we haven't seen too many of the netballers getting around here. I think we're going to try. We might try and get them up at 3/4 time if we can find a couple, Jeff. Still waiting for Australia. They haven't come out. Wyong's going out into position, so.
See Vickers is starting on and he's heading towards the square.
Here comes Stratty now, running out. The kids are still kicking the footy, so you know, good to see in that country footy. Kids out having a kick.
See Baden's going to start out of the centre square again. There, Reese. They're going to, looks like Wyong going to start with Callow, Jockey Overin, Betts, and Liam Rooney in the ruck.
We got closest to us for Wyong on the wing. We got Aaron and Nick Ward. So just touching on it, conditions are still good down here. The sun's out. It's nice. I'll would be thinking, Hadsy, that the jackets will be coming out pretty soon, though.
Yeah, the Bairnsdale doctor will start coming up and the chill factor will come out. Maybe the big Stratty ruckman, he might call out for the long sleeve as we get ready for the first bounce. Daniel Lancaster's going to take the job of the first bounce of the ball for 3/4 time after the third quarter.
And we're set for a big second half down here at the City Oval. Lincoln comes up against young Rooney. Rooney gets his hands on it. Nice chip kick forward from Betsy. Baden gets his hands on it. Looks for the run receive. Honiara got a little bit forward of the ball. At the French kicks low. Gets it in. There's Ducker. Interesting. And we'll have a boundary throw up. Right on Stratty's 50.
Right out of the front of the Bairnsdale past players. I dare say there's a few people there watching the footy today, Reese. Boundary throw in. Out the back, Callow, the Hawk, Tate. There's a snap.
Great intercept mark there from Purse.
Still hobbling.
Looks short. Oh, that's a dangerous kick. And Jack has landed heavily.
Flat on his back, got the hands out.
Young Mullet Man gets out the back to Tate. Tate snaps around the corner.
Pairs
Missed tackle. Chip kick.
Willie Webb. What we got? Oh no. We got umpire's whistle. What have we got over here, Reese?
He's bringing it back. I think it was just he just held on to him a little bit late. So Stratty's started you know, in the same form they started, low as the eyes. Good defending from young Somerville. I think it's going to take a couple of these young blokes to really spark Wyong up at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see Betts is working hard. He's pushed back hard. He's playing in the midfield, so he's going back, supporting his backs.
Just a notable mention, Lineno's already run out of dries. Now they've run out of Victor Bravo and they're on the mid-strength, so, you know, whoever's running the bar at Lineno and watching, you know, pick up your game.
Come on, Blando.
Blando, we're going to blame you.
Oh, here's a big one. Dylan Somerville coming off, assisted by the trainer. He's a prime mover for the Wyong side.
So Strady have it on the 50 metre mark. Bakes looks, he's going to set it up. He's going to try and take off. Interesting. Looks a kick across.
That's no good, Casper. Sorry. I wouldn't have thought that was a free kick, Paul.
To be honest, Belf, I wasn't even looking. I'm just looking down here at Somerville's on all fours.
He's in a world hurt, is he?
He's not looking real well.
Kidney. You got a kidney issue.
The big hawk.
The Hawk.
There we go. And that is well and truly his distance. Only accuracy here, the big fella. Skidsy looks like he's got the quad or the hamstring taped up over half time. Comes in the big hawk.
Kicked it.
Send on the way. Oh, what a celebration. Thinks he's Tom Papley for 5 seconds there. Australia on the board, first one on the board for the third quarter.
Hawk second or third, he's had a day out, the big Hawk.
So what, boys? Obviously, Strady's started like a hot house on fire.
I just think, why you just got to get the ball and just control a bit? They've got good ball users, they're smart, they're quick, they're fit. They're fit as could be. Just need to get the ball in their hands, control it a bit, just take a bit of this momentum that Strady's got out of the game.
They need to
That's where it
That
starts.
calls
As
out. Normie kicks long, inside 50. Brad Daniels got 3 to compete with there. So, you know, I think Wyong need to find another avenue through goal. Kloss is getting metres gained straight down the wing, kicks. That's good defending, good one-on-one.
Oh,
Got him a little bit higher late,
David
so
Parkle's put the whistle to his lips and he's gone, you better give the ball to the Strady guy.
the big hawk comes up again, brings it to the contest, and that's all you need from your big fellas is exactly that. Goose hasn't had much of an impact at the moment. He's actually had to, you know, he's probably found himself on a matchup where he can't sort of zone up and chop that off.
There we go, that's one bloke that's going to try all day for Wyong. One of the last ones to get up off the pack, Baden Ashwood. He's going to try and inspire him. Rooney gets the tap. Jock over him. He's wrapped up by Frenchie. Ball spills out.
And we did touch on in the first half these luscious locks of the Stratford players. There's about we touch on Parkle's impressive moustache. Hey, congratulations to you, David.
I do agree, Balf. And that is not how you want to kick into your forward line, but it might work out here. And Stratford's pressure is
It's still in, is it? No, it's out.
Rather take that through for a point.
now. Just looking down here at the Warriors bench, they've got some decent carriers in Lukey Aller and Caleb Hodson. Probably think they could probably use Hodson a bit more. I think he's probably raring to go. He's been in some good form by all reports the last 5-6 weeks. It's an interesting tactic. Probably time to bring him on.
That's good from Azaruira. Just lower your eyes, hit up a 20. Well, we got Callow. He's going to kick from the 50. Will he have the distance?
He, Harry, he knows where the big sticks is, doesn't he? He's a smart little goal snake, young Harry Callow. as I said, that he butchers it. So Warren got a bit of a bit of a roll on here, Paul, for the last couple of minutes. They just need to find the big sticks, don't they?
Exactly. Difference a goal can make.
Tight contest here. Handball at the back, hat kick forward, and that's not what.
They need to even the numbers up.
Now, even numbers up, Balfour, talk us through that.
Well, Wong playing into straight ends, they're kicking straight down the throat of the spare man defence. Mitch Duraz sitting back in their D50, who he does it well too, but I would have thought Wong need to win the game, not save the game.
That's all.
Oh, the Hawk has got one down. The Hawk.
Oh, Jack.
Jack Bacon kicks inside 50. There we go.
And as we
you
talk
just
about
said,
Purse, he's just sat behind the ball and picked off a nice mark there. Young Caleb's coming on. Warren looked to move it out of the ball, short chip to Mikey Young. Mikey Young looks to go back inboard. Kicks. It's still 50-50-50. Shuddy going to cut that off. Young fellas here.
He's just going to
Straight
go
down
straight
Purse's
back.
Percy's straight. So, bit of a stalemate at the moment. We've got a couple numbers back from each side, which. Oh, that's an interesting kick. And a rush behind. So the score is Stratford 9-3-57 to Wyoming 7-7-49. And it's a battle of chess at the moment. We've got Lukey Elliott down here. He's looking a little bit toey. We've got young fella down here with the mullet. He's actually played some pretty good footy at the moment. Waiting and Skidsy's also frustrated.
Hold the ball,
They've
lads.
lost
He's
a
had a
young
big
fella.
5 minutes. And a 50.
How's Dill Summerville faring on the bench there, Paul?
He is laying flat on his back. He doesn't look real good at all.
That's a nice forward entry from Azar and Norm. He's going to load up for his third, I think, isn't it?
Normie Betts has had a big quarter. He's been in the back half, working through the middle. Now he's just taken that mark inside the forward 50. He's having a red hot crack for him. 10-minute mark, so he's had a big 10 minutes.
Kicked it.
He's slotted that, and as we speak, Vickers is hobbling to the bench once again. So that knee's not looking great for the young Jack.
Dylan Somerville's just had a look at Doug. He shook the head. It's not looking very good down here on the wine bench for Dylan Somerville.
Now, did anyone see what happened to Dill? Was it just a head clash,
Kidney,
or
looked like a kidney.
he just got a good bump? So, in the centre bounce, we've got Dave putting up Link, and that's a good contest from Brad Daniel, getting right up. And that's what they want to do. They want to get up and put the knee right into the old fella. If he's not going to jump, they want to use him as a step ladder and really make him hurt at the moment. Jesse Broadbent flies in from the side. Great punch. Kloss has got it, put his head over the ball. Great contest there, boys. Umpiring, been pretty good.
Yeah, I think in finals the umpires sort of put the whistles away and let the game flow a bit, which they've done a bit today. Everyone's going to have their doubts about a couple of calls here and there, but been pretty good for the day, I reckon.
Here we go. The unlucky roll.
And that's where Jack Bacon can hurt you. He does follow up really well. And what's impressive for the Stratty side is their big men can actually kick. They lower their eyes. They're not just slamming it on the boot. They can lower their eyes, hit up that 25 to draw Wyong out.
Harry's been in just looking at this contest on the outer wing there. Young Harry Calloway, he's been in amongst it this quarter too, so he's trying to lift his side.
You got Tate out there on the outside, I suppose the Bairnsdale City wing. Picks it, what's he got? Oh, got the ruckman, lead BNF, big left footer. Who's he looking for? Looks like he's looking for Baden Ashford. He just turned her over there.
Baden looks to get back. She's trying to find the right one at the moment. Scores. Stratford 9-4-58 to Wyong 8-7-55. Wyong seem to be getting a little bit of overlap at the moment, which is exactly what Dougie would have been wanting.
Yeah, they're starting to get a bit of run up and about. It's just going to be seeing which side. Is it going to be Australia or is it going to be Wyong who's going to pull the trigger and start opening the game right up? It's a contest at the moment, but it's not going to be long, and I reckon one of them's going to pull the trigger and start using the fat side, and we'll see what happens.
It's a nice little clearance there by young Jock Overend, and normally he has a ping in his fourth and misses to the near side.
So we went and got some refreshments on the break. Now, what's the feeling around the crowd, Luke?
Like I said, everyone with a can of beer in hand's a pro, so they're telling me what David and Kloss should do this half, but it's a cracking contest, I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
Mitch Toms there drew that free kick
Oh,
well and
no.
played
What's he
on
done?
probably when he shouldn't have played on.
Good punch by the wily Vickery. We go, Kloss, straight through. Easy. Out of bounds.
That's an interesting call. That's an interesting call from Doug. So we've got a boundary throw in from young Braden. What's the form? Oh, that's a great throw in there from the young fella. Good contest in the middle. Reggie, he's in and under. Chip kick forward. Handball back inside, and Bacon's got the end of it. He wobbles one forward to Goose. Ducker makes a contest, but not quite getting his hand on it. Goose, if Goose keeps doing that, Wyong's every chance to win this game. That is a wobbler forward from by Steve-O. Kloss is there. He looks to pick it up again. Great tackle from the Stratty defender. And that Trace is called hold the ball. Maybe a little bit early, but it was a good tackle.
Yeah, good tackle, but by the looks of it, I think Dom got that was a handball. But anyway, play on. Baden's got it again.
There he is, Brody Anderson.
Yeah, Brody just, if he has 4 kicks a day, he's going to kick 3 goals for him. So he's a pretty efficient sort of player, isn't he, young Brody?
Yep, exactly. You got to be on him. You got to wear him. Like I said in the first quarter with Kloss, would have been the matchup that the Australian coach would have wanted. You got to pay Brody Anderson respect, whoever's on him, because as you said, 4 kicks, it could be 3 goals. As he trundles in here. There we go, he's up and about. There's another one for the Tigers. What's the score?
I think the Tigers are back in front. We've got the Evans Petroleum scoreboard. Stratford 9-4-58 to Wyong 9-8-62.
At the 15-minute mark. Of the third quarter. Interesting. A couple of blokes from Wyong got their hands on it this quarter, and it's really shown.
Here we go. We've got Daniels playing as an on-baller.
Tap out. Stratty bloke Sharks. He just couldn't quite get his hands on it below his knees.
Big fellow clearance.
And Daniels got the hands on it. Baden looks to move the ball forward. Ward gets it. Handball out to the side to the running Stevenson. Runs in, kicks a goal. No. kicks a long point from the 45, but that's definitely a dangerous sign for Stratty. So they've probably got to get a little bit better at the cold face and be able to bring a stoppage. Handball, run, receive. Not sure he meant to kick to Mikey Young. Does really well there. And
That's a win for Mikey Young. 2-on-1, got her over. Now they can reset. Boundary throw in front of the Stratty coach's box.
so Reggie Tate comes off, French comes on. Probably not enough numbers around the ball at the moment for either side. They're got one at the back, Stratty. Young fella with a mullet, he's sharp that. Young Hawks has just got it. Kicks to French. French lowers the eyes, and that's a beautiful. Not quite.
A bit of shake and bake from Bacon. And,
That would have been
he
a cracking goal.
couldn't finish off. But Wyong and Stratty blokes, I reckon, need to bloody start a bit of a scuffle. Young Dean Trillin down here, he's got the jacket on. He's a bit cold. What is it, third umpire, fourth umpire, whatever it is. Reserve. Do something, Dean.
And that is not the kick you're looking for.
Oh, it's
close
close
out.
down.
Oh, that's on the ball.
And Parker with the impressive moustache holding the ball again.
Yeah, Parker's moustache. I don't know where he's going with that, but I like it. It's
You like it, okay? Well, a bit of commitment there from both players. Who you got?
Jockey's down.
Yeah, is that Jockey over?
And Jockey Overton, probably even by his standard, he's probably been a little bit quiet. Had a great year. He's pulled a lot of votes in the league, but a little bit quiet at the moment. So I reckon he'll be trying to. So he's just shank kick forward. Now you got. Is that Bickery? Kicks. No. And
Skidsy?
Stratford are going to look to go wide here. Go kick to Kloss. Kloss has got it.
Here we go.
We'll move back.
Big Orts on the move.
Probably not going to take on Lukey because Lukey's pretty quick.
Webb out there, no.
Halbert's done well there.
And Webb. Going to give the hands to Big Orc.
Good contest right in front of the bench here.
Oh, David.
Interesting
I'll tell you
call
what,
from
the big fella's got to impress your Hawk. He's not quicker than what you think, isn't he?
interesting. Does Strader get up? He's probably best on ground at the moment.
Wouldn't go that far.
Nah, yeah. Look, I'll play a bit of footy on Hawk this year, and he's not a bad
Duckers
knacker.
coming
But,
off for a rest.
that's a big call saying best on. But still another quarter to go.
There he is.
He got it again. This quarter, the spare man for each defence is having an influence, so we'll see how that plays out. Paul, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that Stratty probably didn't roll their 1-4 to take Perrin out of the contest or Hurst because they've been pretty influential this quarter, I would have thought.
Now, young Steve-O, he's given Wong a little bit of drive at the moment, and he's getting some metres gained out of his stoppage, which is, awesome to see from a young fella on the big stage at the moment because Young needed it. Kicks forward out the back to Normie. Normie snaps around the corner. Doesn't quite get it. But, the shoe's on the other foot and Wyong win. Well, probably Normie gets it, doesn't he? He's popped up for 3.
Yeah, he's been, where he does his best work in the middle, he's probably done his best work in the 450 today. But young Steve-O, well, you know what it's like, Reece. You bring the young blokes in, they freshen the whole team up a little bit, don't they?
We go wide on the wing, kick forward. Oh, good mark, Marky Young.
And we've got some run out of the back line here.
Yeah, Wyong are fit. That's what I said. They're going to keep running. They're going to come.
Good fist from the Stratty defender. Feedback at the back to Lukey. He doesn't quite get his full kit on that. Good bump. Jesse Broadbent mops up, looks to run it out. Sends one down the far wing. I don't know whether he meant that, but it's probably worked out right. Stratty player looks in board to a 50-50. And that's a great contested mark.
Willie Webb. That's a good
Willie Webb looks to lowers his eye, and that's a good kick too.
Wow,
Good defending from Goose. The game stepped up in a minute. Stratty got some numbers behind the ball. Look to go short across to Kloss. Kloss will play on, look to move it back inboard. We'll look to get a run receive here too, I think.
Oh.
Probably wasn't there.
Joggy.
Good tackle by Jock Open. Stratty kicks forward to the big fella, and he's marked that.
That's a good mark, isn't it? Big fella. Here we go. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to bomb it in, or is he going to lower his eyes? The big Hawks running around. He's kicked it out. Herford. No, we've got a free kick. Free kick to Stratty. I thought it may have been a free kick against Herford. Hands in the back of the Wyong. Didn't see that.
Yeah, I missed that one. I thought that was a good mark to Sunwell that clunked that one. But Parker with the impressive mustache, he's picked something else out.
Kick.
Scott's slotted it.
That's a fair kick from that pocket.
That's a good goal at this time of the game.
Yeah, great goal. Now, just getting a couple of feedback. The young Chris Martin, he's over in WA. He's tuning in. He sent a photo of himself in front of the stream. So the real estate guru around here, he's tuning in. I know a couple other people around the country are tuning in. So if you've got any photos, put them on the Facebook page. Give us a comment. Tell us what we're doing wrong and what the coaches are doing wrong. Throw up. Trace takes it over. Another 50-50. Trace brings it back in. Lincoln looks to body up. I reckon this is probably where he goes alright, where he's a bit closer to the young man. Great tap for Liam Rooney.
Stevenson again, he's done well. This boy.
Baden looks at Dark, and Reggie Tate sharks that one, lowers his eyes, kicks a wobbler in. Go defending from the wire. Snaps across the body down the far side. Wire butchered that.
Jockey.
Lukey Alla, and that's holding the ball. But
I think Tracy has called this. It's sling tackle, is it? Yeah. Lukey Elliott. Let's see. Going to drive it forward for Wyong. Can he find someone?
Cracking contest here. We've got 1 point in it. Stratford 10-5-65. Wyong 9-10-64. Could go anyone's way at this stage. It's good to watch.
Stratty just can't seem to get that link up, that player. On their half back line or through the wing. So they're repelling the Wyong attack, but bombing it out.
Ducker's just waltzed onto the ground and found himself losing in the forward line. It's the best place to be, isn't it, Reece?
it's a good position.
Young Toms has got it.
Ooh.
How's that? What a cracking game of East Skippy. Footy grand final, 1 point in it, 3/4 time. Couldn't ask for anything better. It's going to be a cracking last quarter.
I don't think we could have hoped for a better matchup. I think Hadsy on in the last quarter. Still on.
Somerville walking out to 3/4 time. Very, very ginger. I don't know whether we'll see them or something.
No, he looks
last quarter of the East Gippy Grand Final. David Parker's just waiting for a few spectators to get off the ground. We've got Ducker O'Keefe down in the forward line doing a bit of pushing. Here we go, Liam Rooney gets Turner. Rooney gets it. Well, it's a scrap. Ashwood's at the bottom of the pack. He taps it out. We've got Callow wrapped up, ball up. Ashwood gets the first kick of the last quarter. We got Betts. Classy comes through.
High tackle to Stratty. Now we just went down the clouds. The crowd is electric. The Stratty fans are on edge down here at the past players.
Willie Webb, there he is. He's giving the hands.
Here he is.
Ball. Stratty gets the first one.
The big tomahawk has just chinned in for another.
They're up and about. This is where Wyong's going to look to their leaders. Here we go, Baden Ashwood. Straight into the centre. This is where it's going to be won. Liam Rooney, Baden Ashwood, Steve-O, Callow. These are the guys that can get their hands on it first. Nicky Ward out on the wing. They're the movers where they can get it forward. Jack Vickers is starting deep.
But yeah, just that attack on the ball from Clossy just set that go up. Well, that was well done by the coach.
There he is.
And he's got it again.
I think at some point, well, what do you think, Reese and Dolph? At some point, is Doug going to roll the dice and throw the loose from Wyong, throw him forward and maybe man Clossy up? I reckon they man Clossy up. They're getting enough inside 50s.
Yeah, I think, look, Purse for Wyong, he does it well, plays that loose man behind the ball, but I think Clossy's just giving them more drive out of there defensive than Purse is at the minute.
Yeah, look, I'll be looking to bring Lukey Elliott as a matchup, one-on-one. Bring speed with speed. Make sure at all costs you try and get it, even if it's on the ground. Just let Lukey go at it. Banji throwing on the far side. Good tap. Chaos ball, tap forward again. It's tight. Tackles.
This is red hot footy. This is good. This is what the crowd come to see. We got free kick to Wyong. We got Steve-O's got the ball. He's looking around. He's looking around. There we go. He's pulled the trigger.
Pulls the trigger. Drop short.
Oh!
What's he going to pay?
What's the umpire
He's paid deliberate.
Your man Tomahawk, Gracie.
to pay?
And
That's the director of umpiring. He has made the big call. He has said, fella, you have put it out when you shouldn't have put it out.
And probably it was probably the right call, but Tommy probably just missed. He just had to get it through the points.
And fantastic pressure from his big forward there, and that's all you can ask. If he's not clunking him,
And this is the big one, boys. You've got Baden Ashwood. He is hobbling. For him to be hobbling, he must nearly be missing one leg.
I think that looks like a hamstring issue for Ashwood.
Yeah, he's on the string.
He's tough as nails. I'll do something. I'll tape it up. He'll be back on there shortly. Ward's got it. He's looking for Big Daniel to make a contest, and a contest he did, the big fella.
Great tackle.
Daniel's actually hopped up a little bit ginger after that contest. It was a good contest, brought the ball to ground, but you might have to walk that off. Back to French on the wing.
Oh no.
Oh, out to Tate, Reggie Tate.
Yeah, Stratford Pepper in here. They've started well in the last quarter. They seem to be weathering the storm and playing the footy in their forward half.
Liam Rooney's just pulled up real ginger after that last contest too. He's making his way back out of the 50. Oh, he's kicked it out. Looking for Steve-O. Made the contest. Nick Ward's got it. Up to Betsy. Bickering's had the big punch.
That's a great second.
Oh, and his great second effort. That's awesome. That's awesome from the veteran, the fellow. We had a couple of young bucks trying to take it on. Now, interesting to see plenty of white. We've got a few more numbers around. Lincoln gets in front, gets a hand down the front. And Bickery. Steve-O just got pushed off the ball at the moment. Reggie Tate just drops it. And that probably wasn't their trace, but Reggie Tate puts himself in those positions all the time to get those ones. Chips inboard. Now Stratty looks to kick it off one step. That's
The Hawk.
the Hawk.
Oh, Steve-O's tried to spoil the ball and I thought he got a bit of Hawk.
Chip kick in the centre. Kloss gets it. And this is real worrying times for mine at the moment with this bloke getting the ball like that.
He's a
Interesting
good
ban. Oh no, Kloss. You're
Holding
being so
the ball.
good, mate.
We've got one in the centre of the ground. Aaron Herrera's gone down holding his knee.
Wyong dropping
Or
the
ankle.
forward.
Kick up.
Oh, that is
Shreddy
good
contest. Brad White's giving the hands out. They've gone into their forward 50. Ball's in dispute. It's on the ground. Ball up. Pereira's up. He's coming off. Lukey Ali is here on
I think
the
he'll
sidelines, ready to go.
get looked at. I think he'll be right. He's not travelling that way.
Here we go. Pez has taken it onto himself. Overrun the ball. Bacon. Bacon drives it back inside 50. Who's he got there?
It's H.
H.
Oh,
Oh.
this is
That's a
behind. Left a little bit skinny, H.
So young Job's done pretty good job on H after a good start, hasn't he? Like you know, credit to him. He's done really well. Now we've got one-on-ones all around. We've got a couple of loose blokes here for Wyong. But at the coldface, Stratty probably are winning at the moment. Plays on, long kick down. And three Stratty players fly with the fierce. So defensively they're working really well. We're going to throw up 35 metres out from goal.
See Bickering, that's actually pulling a few blokes out of the contest. Just trying to lock it in that forward 50. Here we go, Bacon.
Yeah, good pressure from Normie Betts there. Just made him rush it a bit. But let's see what Wyong got here, because Stratty seemed to be defending very, very well in the start of this fourth quarter.
Got that match up again. I don't know how it's happened, but Kloss and Brody Anderson. Here we go, Steve-O's got it, run down the back line. He's got a few options. Somerville. Somerville's going to take it on. He's giving the hands. Hallibutt, Somerville's still got it. Run down to the wing. Looking for Daniels. Here we go. Anderson. Klossy got him high. Free kick to Anderson.
Well
Just
done
outside
from Joe Somerville there to follow up and get the second effort there. Well done, Joe.
Good
Here we
kick.
go. He's got Daniel. Has the big fella got the distance? He's going to be kicking outside 50. He's a big unit.
Well, he toe poked one from outside 50 in the first quarter there, didn't he, Paul?
This is what wins grand finals. He's given it everything. He's kicked her out of bounds in the full. Let's see how Wyong. Let's see if Wyong can corral Stratty in that pocket and not let him out. Bossy's going to want to try and open it up.
Now,
Maybe kick down the line.
long kick down to the. No, it's good. Just to touch on, Warren seem to be down a couple of players at the moment. Stratty still making some interchange moves, so boys, do you reckon that has an impact on the result? And that's that mad ball where you're just smashing it forward and to no one. And normally bet Sharks one, kicks it, quiet, and Nelly could have got one high too, I reckon.
To be honest, you got Bairnsdale and down Sunderland on the sidelines. They are massive for Wyong, but you're talking a grand final. You got 18 v 18, and both sides are going to have a red hot crack.
Yeah, and with them out, you can see in this last quarter, Normie Betts has just thrown himself in the easy contest possible. So obviously his old man's got his ear and told him what it takes to win a grand final. So he's trying his hardest to get his team out of
Yeah, Stratty's tried to pull the kick inside, didn't quite get there. Daniel, no, he got Webby out here on the wing screaming for it. Oh, he's gone nice and wide. He's giving him plenty of work. Oh, that could have been high. Umpire says no.
Yeah, I think young Hobson's a bit stiff there, wasn't he, Reese?
Yeah.
I think the D9 days of Willie Webb might have got him a fraction high there, Reese.
Yeah, I reckon looking back on the footage, that might be disappointing in a free kick on that. So it's heating up down here. Hope you tune in. Hope you're enjoying the televised East Gippsland Grand Final. Certainly the crowd here, it's huge at the moment, and no one's left. It's a hot contest.
No one likes to see it, especially not me. I see, I think Bairnsdale's done for the boys. Okay, we've got a hot contest here. It's in the pocket.
Yeah, body language is not good for the young fella, but
David Park will say, give me the ball here, I'm going to ball it up. So we've got Rooney.
just a score check. Stratford 11-8-74 to Wyong 9-11-65. It's anyone's ball game. And that's a good throw in by young Brados. Jeez, he's throwing him well today. Stratford chucks it up to Bakes. Bakes is getting a bit of it at the moment. Looks turns. Big kick straight down the guts to his old mate Ducker. Ducker's slipped over, jumps on it again, looks a handball. Oh, that's a great run to see. Stratford run in. And he's kicked a long goal from 45 metres. And that's a great goal. All set up off the half-back line, which is...
Vickers is coming. I don't know he was going to go back on. Okay, you can see a bit of passion straight. You got the crowd. They're up and about at the moment. Wyong need to wrangle it back. They're still in it. Score 12-8-80 to 9-11-65.
And you can see, like, a quality player like Jack Bacon doesn't need to get a hole either, but he sets you up so well with stuff like that, doesn't he? Like if he finds himself in space, he's very damaging.
I'd go as far to say for the last 10 years, Jack Bacon's probably the barometer of Stratty. When Jack Bacon's up and about, Stratty are up and about.
When the locks are flowing, they're going all right.
Well, he can be versatile. I see they play him high half forward. If Jack Bacon was down in the 50, what a handful he'd be. He's a great man.
holding the ball.
Yeah, that's holding the ball. Probably always got the big BNF medallion around his neck. He's worked hard. After half time, he's worked very hard.
Yeah, definitely after the ruck contest, he's always having an impact, whether it's a body or a tackle like that. That is huge from your ruckman. It gives you that you're outnumber in the next... The midfielders aren't you? When your ruckman's just not standing there.
Exactly. There you go again, boys. Bacon's just got another tackle. his intensity. 5 minutes. 5 minutes out of Bacon's a big 5 minutes.
So we've got Purse back there as a loose. Is it time to pull the trigger and go one-on-one and go with him? Because
You've got to win the game. Here we go, Aaron Herrera. He can give you something. Somerville. The big fella, Daniel. So he's got the free kick. Here we go, got Hodgson in the pocket. Clossy has seen that about 30 seconds earlier.
That is a
Clossy
great
seen
contest.
what was happening there.
and he's getting it here again.
We go Hodgson on the wings, taking the mark. Who's he got? Brody Anderson's moving. Is he going to use him? No, he's looking around. He's kicking to Steve-O, but all he's done is kick it back to Rossi. I think it's time for Doug to send the runner out and say, boys, the bloke with the number one on his back, let's go anywhere.
Do we just call it now and just put the medallion around Closs's neck or what?
What about the tomahawk? No, definitely. So Strutty,
Here we go.
lower their eyes, kicks long into the foot. Duckers just shark that. He turns around and that's his bread and butter, that. And that is Duck Road Keith's bread and butter. If you're ever going to remember about that bloke playing footy, that's that caption right there. Off the deck, turns your player inside out and snaps a goal. But all set up from the coach, from Clossy on the back line that took off his man, spoiled the ball, followed up, got it again, and the great thing about that is his teammates chopped him out.
I'll tell you right now, boys, don't take it to underestimate. Baden Ashwood, Somerville out there, like coaches on the field. Baden's been setting them up all day. He's not out there now. They're very young. Dylan Somerville in the back line played a lot of high-level footy in the Gippsland League. Take them players out. They don't need to be getting the kicks. They just need to be out there setting your tone, setting players in the right spot.
Yeah, no, you're right, Paul. You can't buy experience, and Baden and Dylan have definitely got bloody a lot of that. I think young Harry Carter Fitzgibbs is playing for Wyong still. Then what are you doing there, Callow? But
They're running now.
if you lose your structure, it's hard to win. And you know, my experience against Stratford this year is they never deviate from their structure. If it's not working for them, they just keep at it and they just wear you down with it. So they're gonna keep coming all day, Stratty, and Wyom's gonna have to find a way. You know, Normie Betts has thrown himself into every contest this second half, but he needs more blokes coming with him, I reckon.
So the score is 13-9-87 Stratford to Wyong 9-11-65.
He's a good mark. I tell you, he's been good in the back line. Like young Thomas, he's been good. Here we go. We'll see if Brad Daniels can find someone here. The Tigers need to get on their bike. They're not out of it.
18 minutes gone. A few goals kicked, so it will go probably 24, 25 minutes.
There
So
we go. Send the runner out. Got to take the game on. Russian roulette. Take it on. That's it. Here we go. Over to Hodgson. Ward's running into the pocket. He's looked more central inside. Vickery gets it out. He's only got it out as far as. We got Aaron Herrera. Was that high? No, he's got it out. Still battling.
Australia just throwing themselves at. That's a throw. Australians are just throwing themselves at the ball at the moment.
Here we go.
Goose is set up behind the ball. So this has been a great contest.
I think there's a few petrol tickets running out here. There's a few boys walking at the moment. They're spent.
Now, Hadsy, I know you told me in the first quarter that we were just going to let everyone settle into the game, but in the first quarter, in the 30 minutes, Wyong didn't make it too many changes. I know they probably had a couple of injuries that weren't to do with that, but you know they seem pretty flat-footed at the moment. How do they spark it up?
Well, Doug's just going to pull one out of the hat here. I don't know what it is. It might be something like a young Stevo. Throw someone in the ruck, just throw something a different dimension to throw Stratty out, buy a goal, everyone get around them and jump on their back. We just need a little momentum change. I think the Tigers here, but at the moment Stratty are just 100% head over it and they want the contest. Wyong got to spread it, open it up and get running.
And if there was a coach to do that, it'd be Doug. Doug seems to get the best out of his troopers week in, week out. So never say never with Vickers, but I mean, as Paul touched on, Dylan down and Baden down is pretty big.
Aaron O'Hara's given them something in the last 5 minutes. He's come on. At least he's given them a spark. He's given them a big. There you go. The big Daniel's doing a bit of push and shove. That's what it might take. Need something to spark it.
Yeah, he's on the back.
Darker with a cannonball.
Hayden Nervous put his hands on his head and said, Ducker, why didn't you put it to me at the end of the square?
Come on, mate. Top of the square. Selfish Ducker.
Ducker, come on, mate. I know you'll be listening to this back on Sunday. Goose kicks down, finds a target. That young Normie kicks in.
You go Elliot, Clossy.
Clossy just gets
Instagram,
his hands in.
tackle.
Hack kick forward to Bacon and Aaron. Handball.
Big Hawk.
The big Hawk feeds one out the back to Jack again. Down. Keeps it in front. HFL. That's a great shark off the ground for a sort of a bigger fella. He just kept control, but he didn't take control to get the tackle. Picked it up, snap around the corner. Score goes 4-9-93 to Wyong, 9-11-65. Now we shouldn't take too much away from Wyong because they've been an outstanding team all year. And they've come up against a quality opposition as well, and it's just been a cracking match, hasn't it? Like it's sort of blown out a little bit now, but
Oh yeah. Well, you know, coming up against both of the teams this year, and Wyong have definitely been the mob to beat. They've pantsed us, but in round 2 they made us look second rate. So, but I think Stratty have just beat them at their own game. You know, that Wyong, you know, cover their defenders well, and Stratty have done it better today. And like I said, they've just had more drive off that back line than Wyong have today.
now Jesse Broadbent probably looked like he was, you know, he's going to be under the pump today, but he's probably come out on top realistically. He sharked a couple. He's impacted when he couldn't quite get the mark. So
Yeah, I'd say that. I say a few of the Stratty players that you would think that are just going to be honest and just do what they need to do have really stood up today, and he's one of them. We got Hodgson. Has he got the distance? He's going to be kicking just inside the 50. Can this keep a bit of life in the game?
touched on the line. Now, we've got Kloss taking the kick out duties again. Looks to go short. You know, realistically, you'd probably be looking to just keep possession of the football now if you're a Stratford player. You're not going to try and go too hard, are you? You're not going to take any silly risks.
And you want to get the ball in a few of them experienced people, like the French and all that. They're the ones you want it.
As we just seen there, the big fella just rolls it over the boundary line.
Gets the ball, holds it above his head, gives him a bit of a shake, the big hawk.
Contest, we've got Brad and Lincoln. Oh, nice work, Brad. Didn't quite get the handball off. Stratty player Sharks. It gets a handball wide. Goose is going to chop this off. Goose hacks it forward. and that's a free kick. Jack, you had no eyes for the ball,
Every
mate.
day of the week, mate.
Can't argue with that. Daniel's good, and you know, Brad's played him, you know, pretty good game. Like he's been in amongst it.
Yeah, for sure. We go Rooney.
Oh,
Drop the knees.
Oh, yeah, he's got it.
Young Lamb is going to be feeling that one tomorrow. Caleb pulls the trigger.
There we go.
Good long goal.
Young Somerville in the centre now. Have they got enough time? How long is it going to go?
I've been pretty. Scoreboard reads Stratford 14-9, 93 to 1, 10-12, 72, 25.5 minutes gone. So, dare say there's not much longer to go in this contest. But yeah, touching on some of in the middle now, but been pretty impressed with young Joe coming back from the knee reco. How his season's panned out. He's a pretty impressive young defender.
The Stratty bench have already started a few hugs and getting around, and they got the fist pump happening. They're pretty confident with the lead they got at the moment.
Yeah, just touch on that, Balfour. It's definitely, you know, he had a big job against H. And H got a couple early, but he butted up and kept going and kept him pretty quiet till H just kicked that snap goal before. So, you know, for the Wine boys, they're a young list, so it's just, you know, it's just wetting the whistle for these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, just a good learning curve. There's plenty of youth out there, haven't they?
Yeah, as a couple of coaches have said in the past, you know, we never lose, we learn. So hopefully they can come back and, like we said, they've got plenty. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 premiers, the Stratford Swans.
Great performance from the Stratford boys and bench. You know, commiserations to Wyong. They lost some key players at critical times, and they're not going to be feeling well. But all in all, they've had an awesome season. They should be really proud of themselves as a club. You know, 3 teams in on any day on the grand final is huge. So,
I mean,
Yeah, probably massive as a club. Was it last week? They had 6 netballs in preliminary finals. We've had 3 sides in the football from last year. I don't think their seniors made the finals, did they, Belf? So they've come a long way as a club.
you know, I think you look back on it, I think Wyong won 2 games last year in the seniors, so you know they've done an exceptional job to get back to the big dance. And I mean, football's a cruel sport. Ashwood going down, Vickers going down, and Dylan Somerville going down. You know, that's 3 very, very experienced campaigners that would have helped them improve the result on today. But well played, Stratford. They stuck to the guns and stuck to their structures and come away with the chocolates.
Have a look at the Stratford faithful, all on the Bairnsdale City Oval. Must be the whole of Stratford must have made their way down to the Bairnsdale City Oval. They're still flying onto the footy ground. Great to see all the red out there.
no, it's awesome to see. But you know, as just a footy watcher, like obviously our sides are not in it. It's good to see there's so many people around. They're just enjoying the day and having a bit of fun. It's good to get back in it. Like after a couple of years we haven't been here for a grand final, and I reckon, you know, we've tried to do our part to just promote it a little bit more, have a bit of fun. So, but you know, all eyes now. Who are we thinking for best on?
Look, I'm gonna stick with my guns and say I reckon Clossy just, you know, he straightened them up. He drove off the back line. He just played a smart game of football today. But I don't mind Reese's dark horse in Big Hawk too. He was instrumental.
Gee, you've found yourself one there, the big Hawk, haven't you?
Well,
I reckon you might follow him.
I played a bit of footy on Hawk today. I was chasing the number 16 around a couple of times this year. He's a ripping bloke, so good luck to him. But I reckon Kloss has got him covered.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you, Dolph. When the game was on the line, Klossy was there all day and done what he needed to do. Freed himself up in that back half and run, set him up. So, yeah, my best on the ground would have been the coach himself, number one, Kloss.
Now, the scores finished up at 14-9-93 to Stratford to Wyong 10-13-73. So, you know, there's not a heap in it. A couple goals that Wyong, you know, potentially could have got early when they sort of blazed away and got a couple long points. You know, could change things, but at the end of the day, I think they probably just run out of manpower, don't you? Do you think?
Yeah, like you said, early on when they weren't making as many changes as Stratty, then you know to get that couple of injuries in the second half, it wouldn't have helped the boys in their legs on the big ground at Bairnsdale. But like I said, well done, Stratty. They've been pretty impressive this year, and both teams have. So congratulations to both. But you know, it's got to be someone's day, and unfortunately for Wyong, it wasn't theirs. And congratulations to Kloss and the boys down the highway at Stratford.
Yeah, exactly. And you forget in the first half, Vickers was probably in the second quarter coming off with that knee. Looked like Pearce was on a hot barbecue from 10 minutes into the first quarter, and he's pretty instrumental to Wyong's back line. So they carried some niggles from pretty much the first quarter, the Wyong Tigers.
Yeah, definitely, and that's probably, you know, a little bit to do with the heat from Stratford as well, and some of it it's just football. You can't account for it. They were fit coming into the game, and you know they just got a couple knocks or whatever. So that's football. I'm sure they'll bounce back. They're going to be, you know, disappointed. You know, I think we've all probably been in the same position at some stage with a losing grand final, and it's a terrible feeling, but you know, you bounce back.
Yeah, you just got to move on. There's winners and losers on today, but at the end of the day, Wyong still made the grand final. They're the two best sides for the season in the East Gippsland Football League. So I know at the moment they're disappointed. They'll be disappointed for the next couple of days, but they'll look back and finishing 4 games clear, got into a grand final. They've had a cracking season.
Yeah, and as I said previously, you know, they won 2 or 3 games last year with Wyong Sanders, and you know, to make the big dance this year, that's a massive effort. So there's no reason they can come back and do it again. And being the quality club they are, they'll bounce back. But like I said, Stratford were very, very impressive today. So good on them, and commiserations to Wyong. But you know, I know they'll bounce back with the quality club and people they've got involved there. They'll be right.
I think the East Gippsland Football League are waiting for everyone to make their way over for presentations and that. I reckon it's going to be a while to try and get them Stratty guys from the other side of the ground there. They've got about 500 followers around them.
Yeah, no, that is definitely good to see. Tales is out there. He's the president of Stratford, and he's been a great supporter of the Kick in the Bush this year, and all Stratty have been as well. So, you know, credit to those guys.
Netball results. I did hear a netball result, if anyone's wondering. I think Bairnsdale Bright got over the Wyong girls in the A grade, which is a bit of a surprise. I think they've been pretty dominant this year, the Wyong girls. So that's unfortunate for Wyong again, but the other results we're still waiting on. So.
It's definitely a big crowd still up there, up on the hill there.
Now, just touching on the umpires, like, you know, I probably think they weren't too bad. You know, we didn't notice them so much. I know everyone misses a couple calls, and you don't, you know, especially when you're on the losing side, you might think there's more there than there was. But all in all, I think they were right. What do you reckon, Hadsy?
Yeah, I reckon they're fantastic. Every footballer makes a mistake. If you don't make a mistake, you're not human. Umpires are the same. We didn't really. Tracy West, first senior grand final, didn't really notice her that much. That's what you asked for when a call was there to be made. She made it. Parkle, an experienced umpire, done his job, and then the big man, Dane Castro himself, the director. So yeah, all in all, umpires done a fantastic job, and the boundary umpires as well, and the goal umpires.
The boundary umpires done an awesome job. You know, I've been training them boys all right this year. Now we are trying to stay. We're just trying to keep this conversation going until we can get the best on player. So everyone
comment. Who's your best on?
Give us a comment in the. That's a huge crowd out there, isn't it?
The wave of red is starting to make its way over for the medal presentation.
Looks like Balfour's beat it. Well done to the umpires and all involved. The game doesn't operate without you. The man with the impressive moustache, David Parkle. Good on you, buddy. Casper, well done. Tracy, congratulations. First female to umpire an EGFL grand final. Very nice.
I reckon Strati will celebrate this one for a little bit, Belfie. You reckon?
Yeah, no, she's going to be a slow week for the Stratty boys at work in the coming week, I reckon.
I reckon they got a couple of boys. What do you got? Ducker, Bakes, Kloss, all them sort of boys of Frenchie and Broadbent have won some flags before, so they'll know what it's all about. They'll take the young guys under their wing and show them a good time over the next couple of days, I reckon.
Kloss's first coaching grand final?
They'd have to be.
Yeah, he's at Stratty, yeah.
Well done, Jared. Good on you. Come back from Maffra to your home club and got the chocolate, so good on him. And like I said, congratulations to the Stratty boys. They're not a bad bunch of lads down the highway there with Bakes, Ducker, and the likes of that. So congratulations again, boys.
It's good to see after a grand final, isn't it? You see all the Wyong blokes out there, got their jumpers on, there's twos out there, thirds players, got the medallions and the jumpers straight over the top of their shirt after the game of footy. Good to see.
Those boys are going to have the best time of their life tonight. Now, I know we've been pretty conservative, but righto, boys, tell me your tips. Who's got best on?
I'm going to stick with Kloss. I think, he put himself in the right position all day long. He played it smart. He picked his matchups. He gave him drive off the back line. He was the better loose man than Wyong's loose man. He was more damaging and probably got the ball going their way more than any other player on the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely with you there. Who picks best on ground?
Umpires?
Yeah, I think it's the umpires or the league delegates. Not too sure.
Might be Cam McPhan, ex Bairnsdale boy that's now now working AFL Gippsland, isn't it, or East Gippsland?
He cricketed, not football already.
Won a couple of flags down this way. Played at Bairnsdale in the Gippsland League.
So at the moment, there's a swarm of people still coming in from the centre of the ground with the Stratty crew.
What do you reckon the Stratty footy club's going to be like tonight? Have a look. There's people everywhere.
The Avon Hotel is going to be pumping.
Now, can we actually hear who gets best on up here?
We'll just tell you when it happens. Whoever the medal gets in the neck gets hung around, we'll let you know who it was.
Here we go, Andrew Powell's going out. He's got the microphone. Things are going to happen.
Powell's getting hurry up, isn't he?
Who do you reckon could be a smoky for the medal?
The Hawk.
Yeah, well, I don't mind Reese's little smoker there, the big hawk. He was, but your man really good. He was in an under all
I was
day.
thinking the D9 Dozer, number 60, Willie Webb, could be a smoky. If he's a smoky, Cliffy Blandford will fall off his chair. He'll be ecstatic, the big Clifford.
Willie, he put his snout over it all day long. So, but the big hawk did bob up for 3 or 4, didn't he?
Yeah, we've got the who's who. Got Jimmy Gibbs, James Gibbs out in front of us there, talking to the Bairnsdale coach, Ash Watt. Might be trying to recruit Ash.
Big Gibbs. Tell you what, I had a tough day at the Lakeside over on Gibbs this year. He's still got it, the old fella.
Big unit. There we go.
Ooh, Jack Bacon.
That was the mullet, the flying mullet.
The man with the impressive hair.
The old mullet man. He is my Stratty Connect down there, so he gives me all the dirt on the Stratty boys. And he did have a good game. He was sort of forward, mid. He was swinging behind the ball pretty well today, and he set up a few goals.
Yeah, no, he was good.
Yeah, he was good. So the man with the impressive moustache picked the man with the impressive mullet.
Is that who was awarded? David Parker at the umpires?
I said the umpire. I think the umpires did it.
Righto, guys. So I think that'll do us. Thanks very much. I know Cookie was spewing; he couldn't be here today, but thanks for you guys giving him a chop out. He's not going to get a gig now. He's sort of done. So it was an awesome day. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we didn't butcher it too much, but all in all, just super proud of the comp. Really, like it's It was a good day. You know, there wasn't too much. There was a bit of banter, but there was nothing too serious that happened. So,
fantastic day, fantastic day. The last game, couldn't ask for a better game. Up to 3/4 time, a couple of points in, cracking game of footy. So that's all you need. Ask for, big crowd, everyone's happy.
Yeah, no. On behalf of me and Paul, thanks for the invitation to get us on here. Like, I tell you what, Cookie, you better watch your job, mate, because me and Haddo were pretty much on point today, I reckon. Haddo, we did all right. Reece was okay, but nah.
You've got your job, Cookie, don't worry about that.
But once again, congratulations to the Stratford Footy Club. Wyong, been a cracking club all year. Like, you know, they've had think every grade in the finals, and it was a ripping contest, and kicking the bush. Cheers for everyone tuning in, but you know, good on Cookie and Reese for putting footy back on the map, because we've had a couple of dull years, and it's good to get everyone up and about for footy again, you know. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and yeah, whatever.
Tune in for cricket season. Thanks to obviously the stream went down last night. A few issues with the internet and whatnot. So thanks to everyone that come on, especially all the netballs. We just haven't got the manpower to be able to keep getting netball scores and bringing people in and out. So thanks everyone. Thanks to Jeff. He's done a power work. He does the majority of it, then cooking, and I do a little bit. So, but thanks to you guys for coming in. Enjoy your footy. Enjoy the Mad Monday for these two sides, because they're gonna, regardless, they're gonna still have a good weekend, and be safe. And that's it from us, I think.
See you, bushes.
See you, bushes. How do we turn this off?
Smash it.